And he's making a shush, quiet
that's
gesture.
A quick victory for
and he's playing
for Norwegian.
He's playing his beloved Queen's Gambit Accepted, which is something I've played a lot as well. This variation with knight e2, queen g5 is something I've played as well. So if Linus is booked up, there is, I'm guessing, a forced perpetual, but he's not going to go for that. He's going to play for win here, Linus. But how to do that? You could take on e4 and play knight g3, yeah. And now bishop f1, bishop knight c3, and then bishop f1 is considered a perpetual. Bishop g4, queen b3. This is looking very sharp. Obviously something Johann Sebastian has prepared previously. Black sacrifices the pawn, but has a major development advantage, and White's king is stuck in the middle for now. So we'll see how Johann Sebastian treats this position. If he'll conjure up something specific against Linus's slightly airy king, and he's starting with a very specific threat. Bishop takes g3, followed by a rook grab in the corner. Looks super dangerous already. This for Linus could check on e6 if he wants to trade a piece. Starts with rook f1, saving his
look
work.
very, very nice, I gotta say. For Linus, that is.
This is super complicated, but it looks like it might have gone a bit wrong for Linus in the opening here as well.
So I mean, if you take on h2.
Take an h2, and then you suddenly threaten bishop takes g3 afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you do? But
I guess this is an obvious move, but then maybe knight e4, or maybe the other knight to e4.
Yeah, makes sense.
Looks like a good move. If you can grab this bishop, then a lot of black's dynamic potential is gone.
Yeah.
Of course, this is also a good piece. You could start with bishop e6. Exchanging off that one before proceeding with knight e4, and suddenly, you know, if black trades too many minor pieces here, then this powerful center and the white king going to the queen side could prove quite difficult to handle for black.
Yeah, it takes on
h2. This guy will run pretty fast. This is like Shadow Effect in the Lord of the Rings, huh?
Yeah, you like that reference, don't you?
I love that reference.
Alright, so knight e4, what you suggested.
Yeah, at least it's a logical move from Linus. He has actually managed to build up a significant advantage on the clock in this game, which is making a huge difference already, because Johann Sebastian is down to a minute and a half. Not in this prep anymore. King b8.
King b8
doesn't really smell like he's got something specific going, but at least this is not a problem for black anymore. Bishop e6 with a check would force a trade of these bishops, which would be, I'm thinking, beneficial for white, because this is super difficult to handle.
Take on f6.
Knight takes f6 surprises me a bit. I would probably take this bishop, but okay.
I thought it was smart. Yeah, exactly.
Aha, and look at this. This is super clever from Linus, actually.
Oh, the queen is actually trapped. If it were white to move, then you could take on. You could play rook h1.
Yeah, maybe even you could insert bishop takes c6 first, and this is looking super dangerous for Johann Sebastian. Yeah, he needs to complicate things with knight a5. What about queen a4 now, just to threaten this guy?
Yeah.
Still, this is a problem for black.
Exactly. So after b6,
because there's no retreat, right?
Yes.
So that's the very clever point from him.
He's shaking his head, actually.
Yeah, he's not happy. Queen h5 might be a solution to this. I'm not sure if there's anything else. I don't think so. Queen h5 could, of course, insert rook h1 with white there. Starting to get super complicated now. Johann Sebastian down to 42 seconds. Finds queen h5. Looks like the only move to put up a real fight.
Okay, so we have c6 after take on a5. That's the point, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm thinking just inserting rook h1 at some point, and then you'll be able to chase the queen away. I'm thinking you might have queen f5 actually, because e4, queen f3, and suddenly it might be a bit uneasy. So some Nakamura arrows here for me.
Yep, complicados.
Yeah, and of course, this is obvious, guys. So
okay, so queen g5. Well, there's still
e4.
Is there e4 or is e4?
You could also just insert this capture first and then, take it from there.
You really like inserting today, yeah?
Yeah, I'll just take gobble this night.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm just, I heard inserting in...
And he's inserting e4.
Yes, he's inserting e4.
Get that move inserted. So how to counter this? I mean, bishop f4, no.
Okay, so now just
d6, and now this guy is...
Bishop.
Yeah, it's free to move. You have bishop f3 though. Still, the king is a bit airy for white, so it's not over yet.
Okay,
bishop f3 looks like a very good move.
f1, yeah.
Of course, you will take on e4. Maybe you could centralize your rook first. Bishop g2.
Okay,
bishop
so I
h2.
guess bishop e3 here, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a good solution. And now, of course, black's only...
Trying to simplify the position.
Yeah, black's only real asset here is the h-pawn. d5. Very nice move.
Asios is in the chat. Well, what we have.
What we have here, yes. Thinking Linus has something at least. Knight b5. This is looking like it's gonna be 1-1 very soon. Unless queen a4 is actually a good move, because this is this is super complicated.
I never want to write off Johann Sebastian because he's such a tricky player.
This should not be viable though for...
Even queen a8 and take on h8 I guess is fine.
Yeah, it looks more than fine.
I mean, white also does give up his rook.
Yeah.
Because queen
but
a1, but you get
this
all the important pieces.
Bishop f4 now, or what do you want to do here with?
Well, I was thinking taking a h5, but bishop f4 is probably just
run around with the king. Yeah. Maybe even to f1.
Either is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
c4
so he's
trying
still,
to complicate, of course, and he's trying to exploit the fact that Linus's time advantage is shrinking down to 30 seconds. Both players now. Queen d8 should be a move now, followed by queen c8 to take on c4. Okay,
yeah.
Queen c7 instead.
And
then this should be pretty much over, I think. Queen f4 maybe even? No.
Chiquitas is also in the chat, saying well. Hello to you as well.
Well.
Yeah, they from what I've heard, you are quite famous in Slovenia.
Yes,
yes.
I am.